Okay, let's just dive right into this. We're going to go way back, all the way to 1910, to look at a book that makes this really bold claim that getting rich isn't luck or talent. It's an exact science, just like algebra or arithmetic. This is an explainer on Wallace D. Wattles' The Science of Getting Rich, which he called a practical manual with a precise formula for wealth.
And it kicks off with a bang, right? Waddles doesn't ease you in. He's not just suggesting a new way to think about money, he's flat out calling the idea of being happy with less sinful. I mean, that's a statement that's really designed to grab you and shake up your beliefs about what it means to want more.
So just forget everything you think you know about chance or being in the right place at the right time. The whole idea here is that there's this kind of forgotten formula, what he calls a certain way of doing things that, if you follow it exactly, makes failure pretty much impossible. So let's break that formula down.
Okay, so the very first principle of this so-called science is a total reframing of our place in the world. The book argues it's not just something you can do, but that it's your fundamental right to be rich, that it's actually essential for living a full and complete life. And this is where he flips the whole script on us. He says that wanting money isn't about greed. It's just the natural human desire for a bigger, fuller life. To develop your body, your mind, and your soul, you need access to certain things, right? Good food, books, travel, even just the ability to give freely to others. And in our world, getting those things takes money. So from his point of view, going after wealth is really about going after your own complete human expression.
So, okay, if it's your right to be rich, how do you actually claim it? Well, the book's answer is kind of surprising. It says the whole process doesn't start with hustling or grinding. It starts with thinking, adopting a very specific and disciplined way of thinking. All right, now this is the book's big, kind of cosmic idea. Stick with me here. Waddles says the whole universe is made from one original, intelligent stuff. You can think of it like a universal creative energy. This thinking substance is alive. It's everywhere, and here's the key part. It has the power to create whatever form is impressed upon it by a thought. Now, to work with this thinking substance, you have to make a huge mental shift. You have to move from a competitive mindset to a creative one. You see, the competitive mind thinks there's only so much to go around, a finite pie, and to get your piece, someone else has to lose theirs. But the creative mind, it knows that this thinking substance is limitless. You don't take from anyone. You actually cause new wealth to be created from this substance and brought to you. So how do you actually, impress your desires onto this energy? The book gives us 3 pillars for this mental work. First up, vision. You need a super clear, detailed picture in your head of exactly what you want. Second, you need unwavering faith that what you want isn't just on its way. It's already yours on a spiritual level. And third, gratitude. A constant feeling of thankfulness, as if you've already received it. This gratitude is what connects you to those creative energies. But, and this is a huge but, the book is extremely clear that having a vision and faith is not enough. You can't just sit on the couch and think your way into a mansion. This is where your thoughts have to connect with real-world action. This quote just sums it up perfectly. Your thoughts are the engine. They set these creative forces in motion, and they start bringing opportunities and resources your way. But it's your personal action that's the final step. It's how you actually reach out and physically receive those things in your life. And the timing for that action? Well, it's completely non-negotiable. You can't act yesterday, and you can't act tomorrow. The only time you actually have any power is right now, in this present moment. So you have to act now. The book's rules for how to act are actually pretty simple, but they're also incredibly demanding. First, you have to conquer today. Do absolutely everything that can be done today. Second, every single thing you do, you have to do it efficiently. This isn't about working more or rushing around. It's about putting all of your power and focus into each task. And finally, you don't wait for some perfect opportunity to show up. You act powerfully right where you are, in your current job, your current situation, and you use it to build the better future you see in your mind. So when you combine this very specific way of thinking with this very specific way of acting, you kick off this really powerful feedback loop. The book calls this the law of increase, and he says it's the engine that really drives you forward.
And this right here, this is the secret sauce to the action part. The idea is that in every single transaction, you have to give more in use value than you get in cash value. So what does that mean? It means the benefit, the usefulness, the actual life improvement that you provide has to be way bigger than the price tag you put on it.
And the book itself is the perfect example, right? You might pay, I don't know, a few bucks for it. That's its cash value. But if the ideas inside completely change your life and help you generate thousands or even millions, well, its use value is massive. That's the principle in action. You're always adding more life to the world than you're taking from it in payment. When you consistently operate this way, always giving more use value, you start to give off what Waddles calls an impression of increase. People can just feel it. They sense that by working with you, their own lives will get better. This turns you into a creative center, and it naturally attracts more people, more opportunities, and yes, more wealth right to you. So let's put it all together. The whole formula is a cycle. It starts in your mind, where you hold a crystal clear vision with total faith and constant gratitude. That thinking then powers your action, doing everything you possibly can today with maximum efficiency. And all of those actions are guided by the law of increase, always delivering more in use value than you get in cash value. This creates this incredible feedback loop that just keeps pulling wealth and opportunity towards you.
And it all leaves us with a really fascinating question. Is this really some metaphysical, 100-year-old secret to getting rich? Or is this science just a timeless and incredibly powerful framework for living a life with clear purpose, disciplined action, and a commitment to creating immense value for others? What do you think?